Welcome. About 10 years ago, I was at a restaurant having dinner by myself when a 5-year-old boy came up and said, "Mister, what's wrong with your face?" My dry sense of humor tempted me to say, when I was your age, I wanted to be an honest politician so I could talk out of just one side of my mouth. But before I had a chance to respond, his mom grabbed him by the arm and she said, "Don't bother the nice man. He has enough troubles already." I thought better of it. I realized this could be a really great teachable moment. I introduced myself to the boy. "Hi, my name is John. What's your name?" "You know, you have a really good question. You see, I had a medical procedure that caused me not to be able to move my face. But it's my new face, and I love it because it's cool. It's different, just like yours." The boy smiled. No judgments. His curiosity was satisfied. He even tried to mimic me with his hands, pulling at his face to try to look like me as he said, "Look, Mom, I can do that too." It's amazing how accepting kids are to the truth. These kind of conversations happen to me fairly often. Parents normally jump in to try to save me or themselves from feeling awkward. Kids normally don't have an agenda. They are simply curious. Upon answering their child's innocent question, they normally respond with a wink, a nod, and a smile, and a whispered, "Thank you." I have the added pleasure of watching their involuntary judgments transform almost immediately from shame to appreciation. They too had their curiosity satisfied while saving face. I share this true story to remind adults to treat people who are different with respect and compassion. Most of us don't have a choice in our plight. For me, I had brain surgery. I did not ask for a brain tumor. I did not order it from Amazon. I do not like green eggs and ham. John Kippen I am. That reminds me of the 1990 movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, right, called Kindergarten Cop. But in my case, it was a tumor. Here's the MRI of my brain prior to surgery. In the circle are my eyes. There's the back of my skull, and that's my brainstem. This was a 4.5 centimeter acoustic neuroma. It was about the size of a golf ball. To me, it felt like the size of a basketball. It was killing me by displacing my brainstem. That was the little alien in my head. Oh no, you can tell. You see his little hands? Sure, I can joke about my condition now, but that came after many years of therapy and overcoming my depression. The surgery paralyzed the left side of my face, made me deaf in the left ear, and one remaining speech impediment. I could not clearly pronounce 2 consecutive P's, like in the word pepper, or ironically enough, in my own last name, Kippen. John Kippen. Hey, that's very James Bondish. I like it. I'm Kippen. John Kippen. I have to admit, it was not easy getting used to my new face. I found the best therapy for me to regain my self-confidence was performing magic. I'd done a lot of magic as a kid, but remembered how much joy it brought me. I was lucky enough to live in Los Angeles, California, only a few miles away from the Mecca of Magic, the exclusive Academy of Magical Arts, better known as the world-famous Magic Castle. This is where top magicians from all over the world come to perform. That became my goal, to headline in the close-up gallery at the Magic Castle. Sure, I had doubts. How would audiences react to my looks? Could they even understand what I was saying? This was a lofty goal. Let's get real. It was a massive goal, about the size of a basketball. I passed my audition and become a member, and little by little, started building my act, doing impromptu magic throughout the club. The more I performed, the more I realized that audiences watched my magic and my deformity disappeared. An amazing act. My ultimate illusion. From surgery to stage, it took me 10 grueling, fun, and rewarding years to reach my goal of headlining in the close-up gallery at the Magic Castle. This was a dream come true, and it happened notwithstanding having a brain tumor. Performing magic became my life-saving therapy. Magic not only saved my life, it saved the life of another. About 8 months ago, I was at the castle, and a gentleman came up and asked if I could do some magic for he and his group. I said, absolutely. We headed to one of the showrooms to do a show, and he shared with me that his pal Ron was there at that castle that night for his first time, had received a call from his doctor that morning saying his cancer had returned for the third time. He also told me that his friend Ron had decided he wasn't going to fight this time. It was too difficult, too painful. Upon hearing this news, I made it my mission to just make sure these guys had a wonderful time. I did my magic show, and then after I spent time telling them about my struggles with my facial paralysis after having a brain tumor and how performing had allowed me to conquer my own demons, I shared with them that I had applied to do this very TED event today. We all had a wonderful time. The next day, I received 2 emails. The first was a congratulations email that I had been accepted to speak to you all today. The second was from my pal Ron, who said, after spending the evening with me, he had changed his mind. He had decided that he was going to fight cancer for the third time. I am so happy to tell you, a month ago, Ron called me to say he was in remission. Thank you. On that happy note, I'd like to do a tumor-free demonstration featuring my superpowers. Earlier, I selected 2 audience members at random. Guys, can you come up here and help me, please? Give them a round of applause as they make it to the stage. Hi, what is your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, and over here, Sarah and Claire.
Claire.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Smile for the audience. Step into your light. Excellent. So guys, when I recovered from my brain tumor, I started to realize that something happened to me on that operating room table. Now, I don't know what it was because I was unconscious and you weren't there. No. Were you? Okay. All I know is as I recovered, I realized I had acquired a new skill. I'm about to show you this. So, ladies, I want to make sure that I didn't prepare you for anything other than coming up on stage, right? No. So here I have a deck of cards, playing cards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you each to select it. Take the deck in your hand. What I want you to do is go through there. First of all, make sure that all the cards are different. Okay? Don't show me. If you can take one step back, and I'll take one step further. I just want to make sure I can see the cards. Now, after you are happy with that, I want you to find a favorite card in your pack, and please remove it. Once you do, put it against your chest, because I'm going to ask you to hand me the rest of the cards. Excellent. So now what I need you to do is take your cards and sandwich them in between your hands like this, making sure when I turn back to you that I can't see the face or the back of the card. Are you ready? Good? Excellent. Can you please face me? So I need you to concentrate on your card. Think of the color, the suit, and the value. Excellent. Same thing, please stand this way. Relax, relax, relax. Just think of your card. Got it? Yes. I think it, please face the audience. Now in a moment I'm going to put up my hands, and if I name your card out loud, please smile and put the card in your hand, in my hand. 5 of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. Please give them a round of applause as they take their seat. As you can see in this picture, whoop. Magic. As you can see in this picture, I feel invincible when I perform. And that's invincible, not as invisible. Did I pronounce that right? Therapy. Still recovering almost 20 years later. I want to make sure that you realize that any of us here could be in my position, or even worse off in an instant. Now, I hope that's not true of you. But let it remind you to treat people who are different with the respect and compassion you would ask for yourself. Let's take it one step further. The next time you see someone being disrespected, in the need of a helping hand or just a friendly smile, let your compassion intervene. Use your superpower of a simple hello to know they care and create momentum to make the world a slightly better place. One parting word of advice. If you ever find yourself sitting across a card table with me, you might want to reconsider. Not only am I a good magician, but I have a great poker face. My name is Kippen. John Kippen. Thank you very much.